Hi guys, welcome back to another video of Vampire Diaries. Today I'll be watching Last Days as a Vampire. This was uploaded, I think, the last days on set, and everyone's sort of thoughts that the show has ended and how they're gonna feel going past the fact that the show has ended. So let's find that out, because I'm very excited to see how the emotions were running at the place, and it must have been very high. But mostly the main characters, because they've been doing this show for a good solid 8 years, so they have become a family, I would presume, and sort of wrapping everything up on that day and counting down to that day is going to be very hard for most of these people. So I'm pretty sure it would have been like an emotional day on set. So I'm excited to see how it was, but at the same time it will be definitely an emotional ride for me as well, because I'm remembering the last season as well, because I watched it a month ago. So it's gonna be hard, but I'm definitely gonna keep my calm and just see how what the thoughts were with the cast. But yeah, let's not do any further, let's just get right to it.
Dear Diary. Dear Diary.
Dear Diary.
Dear Diary.
Dear Diary.
I'd rewrite that 10 times.
High school was cool, but also tough, but not nearly as tough as the life after it.
Over 3/4 of a decade. That's insane.
I've met an incredible group of people that I consider family.
Dear Diary.
Dear Diary. Dear Diary, you're going to be a part of one of the most interesting and colorful casts ever. Some of my favorite moments have just happened within the realms of complete exhaustion.
It's been our world for 8 years, and we've become a family. And writing this last episode has been just one big roller coaster of emotions. I think we got a beautiful ending to a beautiful 8 years.
Last Days of a Vampire. No, it would be hard. It's not just like one or two.
We started the
episodes.
season not knowing if we were going to call it, and not knowing if it was going to be the last year. And we were able to collectively come to the conclusion that all of our stories were leading to the end.
And just sitting here prepping these episodes, having these last concept meetings, having the last production meeting, having the last location meetings. I think it's just going to be a very emotional experience for a lot of people.
Everyone kind of has been relating it to high school. You know, it's like senior year, and you're just excited to finally get out because then you get to see the rest of the world. But then it's that fear of like, but this is the safe place. I know what this is, and I know myself here. I've become who I am here.
I just got lucky to work with this cast, to work with the writers and the producers and this amazing crew, and to see all the hard work that everyone does.
Such an accomplishment for everybody involved in the show. The crew, the cast, the writers, the producers, everyone in post-production. There's a lot of people that work incredibly hard to make the show happen.
My identity is rooted very much in this series and the things that come with it. So to shed that skin and to have to start over and create something new is very daunting and exciting at the same time.
8 years, it's time for everyone to just give each other a big hug and a huge pat on the back and thank one another for sort of lifting each other up throughout all this time.
You rarely get that feeling of wrapping up when you're doing network TV, where you can actually feel like that sense of conclusion and everybody's ending at the same time. We all know the end game and everything, and it's nice to tie it up in a little package and feel like a sense of accomplishment that we've done this thing. And you know, it's been an incredible era, you know, the era of the vampire.
This is like the first old school family that we're saying goodbye to.
Well, I'm not real good at this. First, thank you guys. You guys have let me up. You let me try again. You let me succeed. And that's more than most people have ever done for me. So, I'll just see you guys next time. Hopefully it's on time.
Thank you, Zach, for being you. We love you. And that is a series wrap on Zach Rory.
Oh man.
Series wrap on Zach Davis.
I don't know what to say. It's been a real pleasure and a real honor to be on this crazy roller coaster ride with all of you. So many ups and so many downs, so much love, and a real blessing. I can't imagine that this is, it's a once in a lifetime experience. It's something we'll never experience again, and it's been a a real pleasure and a real honor to be here with you guys. So thank you very much. I hate goodbyes, so I will say I'll see you on the originals.
Nice one. What the frick?
However you party, do it in Misguided.
I don't know why these ads.
About 3 years ago, I started walking through the stages, and I thought, my God, we have really built an entire world here. We have built it up so much that the idea that one day we're going to walk out these doors and never come back, that hit me. And it was, I recall right about season 5 when we started sensing, like, this is going to end one day.
This show came at a time when I had just lost someone had died, and I was grieving, and Julie, one of my best friends in the whole world, said, you should work your way through the pain. And so this book had come via the CW, The Vampire Diaries, and I was like, well, I just don't want to do it alone. The story started with Elena had lost her parents, so I connected to that character. And then you have Stefan, who was, dead inside. He had lost so much, and he was just sort of this walking dead vampire, and these two empty souls brought each other back to life. And that's what I say happened for me for the show. With working on the show with Julie, it was an opportunity for, it brought me back to life.
The first 2 seasons of this show, they sort of galvanized an audience. For some reason, it spoke to people in such depth.
When we first started the show here, we were all in trailers out in the parking lot. The level of camaraderie, the family vibes, it was just a really rad beginning. And then, we had the production office across the street, so everything was kind of separated, but slowly but surely we acquired all these buildings and it developed this entire world here. And to see it start from the ground up has been remarkable.
This whole thing has changed my life.
Oh, don't you...
I've grown into a man here. And I just want to thank every one of you guys who are here on the ground every day. I can't say enough how much I appreciate your support, and our mutual respect has really made this a moving experience. And I'll cherish every moment here. So thank you guys, all of you.
Oh, and it comes to Enzo.
I never thought I was going to be a director. I felt like, why touch into something that you don't know? Just let the people know what they're doing, do their job. And then over the years, so many people said, when are you going to direct? You really need to direct. I'd love for you to direct. And so I did it. And I realized that all my years writing and producing and on set and talking to actors, I've been directing this whole time.
Working with Julie has been the pleasure of my life. The thing about it is she's a storyteller. And whether that's on the page or on her feet directing, it's just another way to tell the story. And she's excellent at both crafts.
Without her to give me a shot, I think completely altered my destiny in a lot of ways.
I was 24 when I started the show. She's saying cut, and she's releasing us out into the world as adults, and and she's like just allowed us to be in this incubation chamber and just nurtured us.
You also feel like you owe this woman so much. You want to give her maybe something beyond what you even think you're capable of. And to have that person directing you, I think is, it's a little scary for me, just because I want to give her something beyond what I've ever been able to give to the show in the finale. When did you become such a sap?
When she calls cut for the last time, that'll be a big one. And we've decided that we're going to film the last scene last, so that when we call cut, it's the end.
I just want to say that I love you guys so much, and you have helped shape me into the person that I am, and I would not be the same without you, Julie and Pascal and everyone. My beautiful family, my cast. You have absolutely had an impact on me, whether you think you have or not. And it's just been the most incredible experience of my life, and I know life can be long, it can be short, but this is something I will hold in my heart with me forever. So thank you all so much for this. I don't know. Thank you.
That is a series wrap. I'm Kat Graham and Candace Aquila King.
I'm a personality that puts a lot of expectation and a lot of weight in momentous life occasions. I've learned throughout my 20s that it's better just to let it happen and see what that's going to feel like.
I don't know if it'll hit me for a long time.
It's been amazing. We've had now a full year to just tell everyone goodbye and that we love them.
It's been a real incredible experience over the last 7 years to see where the show started, to see where we're at, everything in between, and through all of this crazy madness that we've gone through as a cast and crew.
Now that we're actually at the end, I have to take a moment and be grateful for all the artisans and the craftsmen and the technicians and the designers and everybody that built this world.
We've put our love and our sweat and our tears and our blood.
It's so amazing to think, this cast and this crew and all the writers that have come through 8 seasons that have been tirelessly working so hard and have taken all their experiences and put them into the storylines and put them into the voice of our characters and created this universe.
It's so bittersweet to say goodbye, but to say goodbye on your own terms with everybody on board with you and to get to be together until the very end. It feels like we're leaving the show in the right place, and I just am excited that everyone else finally got to see it.
Damon.
Hello, brother.
Oh my god, you're joking!
Vampire Diaries fans.
You were always there with us, stuck through thick and thin.
None of this would have happened if it weren't for you.
Thank you for the fandom, for the ships.
I've never felt this much love in my entire life.
Thank you so much for believing in us.
The fact that you guys are so connected with us and supportive genuinely meant the world.
Thank you for this amazing ride. Thank you for this incredible journey. Thank you for changing my life. I'm overcome with gratitude for you. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
First and foremost, that is a wrap on the Salvatore car. That's all. Second of all, that is a wrap on this beautiful set. Let me be the one to say to you two, Paul and Ian, what a blessing it was that you guys ended up coming here to do this job. I mean, we all know what a trial and tribulation it was getting you two here. And I feel like we all as a group are so grateful that we're standing here with you right now. And we love you guys. And that is a beautiful wrap on Ian Somerhalder and Paul Wesley.
Why am I clapping? This is a freaking long time ago.
I didn't prepare anything.
Shocking.
I think the biggest takeaway for me, 8 years ago when the show started, I was a completely different human being. And the thing that I've learned after all this is to appreciate moments and people. I'm getting emotional, and that's not a Paul Wesley thing. I just want you guys to know that, I know there's a lot of ups and downs, and I just want you guys to know how important this chapter of my life has been and how much I appreciate every single one of you. So, thank you.
Nice.
For everyone that's walked through these doors, the amount of love and energy and compassion, professionalism has been extraordinary. You guys have taught us so much. We've become men. I came here as a 30-year-old man who thought he knew a few things about a few things and realized he didn't know shit about shit. And we have these moments, and this is what we've done. You are immensely dear to me as you are to each other. Let's continue this. I love you all. Thank you.
So nice.
Thank you, CW. Thank you, Warner Brothers. Guys, let me just say, first season of this show was the worst year of my life. It was so hard. All you suffered along with me and with Kev. But what we got to do in all that is we got to like each other. And we got to hang out with each other. And we got to work side by side as partners, as a team. we, big dysfunctional family. Sometimes we're just kicking and screaming, but more often than not, there's nothing but love here. And I have so much love for everyone in this room because you guys have been my family for 8 years, which is longer than I like most people. We love you guys so much. And as the family that has been with us all this time, from episode 1, which we saw that picture today, to those of you that just joined us in recent years, I hope this isn't the last time you get to have this experience, but I hope that you carry this with you in your heart forever and know that this is some genuine here. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. I love you. I love you guys. And that is a wrap. 2, 3, it's a wrap.
Cleaning up the set, that's the hardest thing. Well, there you have it. The last days as a vampire. Man, it's gotta be hard, I'm pretty sure. Like, especially when they are giving out their speeches and everything. It's genuinely, I think, one of the hardest things for them to the realization that what are you gonna do the next day? Like, you're not gonna come back on set. You're not gonna say, you don't know what the storyline is. You don't know what your future holds. You may have projects, but I think Paul Wesley really well said that, like, even though you are taking on new projects, it could be daunting and exciting at the same time. So I think that's like, it's not just for actors, but for every single person that goes through a change, no matter in what like aspect of life you are. You might be getting a new job, you might be moving new houses, you might be trying out a new thing. It's always daunting, but at the same time, you have to overcome it in order to try it out and see whether it fits you and it talks to your personality. And I think that's where it's, because the comfort zone is something that you have to break through and then go to a new like territory and make that your comfort zone, then keep going and progressing, and then only you've sort of overcome everything in life, and you are like, you can say that you've experienced as much as you can in the life that you've been blessed with. So I've gone very like philosophical, but I completely resonate with the feelings that were shared on set for them. It might be in a different perspective for me, but I completely understand the emotions shared there, and I can imagine how hard it would have been, because they were not only sharing, like, they were not just working as actors on a job, they were literally sharing their lives. And there are so many people that have tagged along with them, and it's got to be emotional, not just for these guys, but for the fans as well, and for you guys more. Like, you guys have been with these characters since the start. I have just joined last year, and that's why I'm like a late TVD fan. So I cannot say that I am like the hardcore TVD fan, but I can say that I'm a big fan of this show that I never thought I would be, and it will be a part of my life because I've done it for YouTube, which is a big part of my life. So in many different ways, I agree with what the writer said. Julie said that she hopes that the show would have had an impact in some different way for the people who have tagged along and watched the show. So I really enjoyed this. This was really emotional, which I definitely anticipated, specifically when Michael Malarkey spoke, because holy crap, was he crying. And I don't know why, but I cannot see that guy cry, because if he cries, I cry. It's a very emotional moment there. But yeah, it's very hard to see everyone on their last day, but yeah, it's just for that moment, and then it's like on to bigger and better things, and you move on and you remember what a great time you've had on a great show. And this will always be there for everyone to watch, and to remember why they love the show so much. And yeah, it's really good to see. And like, for especially the people who worked on set, as they well done, like for keeping on mentioning them 24/7. in regards to how they help with the design, the set, the props, the artwork, and the storytelling, and basically bringing this show to life. It's all due credits to these people who are behind the scenes. So really, I enjoyed myself so much. I enjoyed watching the show. I enjoyed watching the world that they lived in, that is Mystic Falls, and it is definitely going to be in my memory. So I love the fact that they wrapped it up on a good note and at a good time. Like, I think 8 seasons is well and good to bring a world of vampires to an end, and it was a really nice place to stop. But at the same time, it was bittersweet. But yeah, it was really nice. It has been a really great journey to watch these guys grow up. I mean, if we saw like a picture of Matt from season 1 to how he is now, you sort of see them grow up over the show. Like, that's what, like Ian said, like, you've seen me grow to become a man. Like, he started this job when he was 30 years old, so I'm guessing it was what, 2008 when it came out, so he must be 78 born. So I don't know when it ended, but he would have definitely been like in his 36, 37, maybe 38, yeah, because if he started at 30 and it's been 8 years, so 38, so he entered the show when he's 38. So like, that's insane. Like, that's crazy. It definitely is it's not that he's already an adult, so it doesn't matter, but every single person has grown in their own way, and some have become young adults, and maybe they've grown on to having families and whatnot. But yeah, so much has happened, and I really like shows that have that consistency of a big duration where you can see the before and after. That's one thing I love when they showed in Harry Potter, like the last days on Harry Potter. I could not, literally, I was crying when I watched Harry Potter last days. So, because, you know, that's like 10 years, and yeah, I don't know why I went there, but that's the only thing that I watched. I remember last days on set, because I've not watched last days on set as much, but watching this has been really an eye-opener to showing that change is a good thing, but at the same time it can be a pain in the ass. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really truly loved seeing these raw emotions shown, and well, thank you for them to sharing it with us, because it's been equally like crazy for us as well to go through it, but more for you guys, as I said, because you've been sticking with these crew and cast a lot longer than I have. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, have a great day, and I hope you all please subscribe and like this video. I really would appreciate every single one of that. But yeah, see you guys in the next one. Bye.